remember the chamfer goes down in the case like that.
Okay. In the shape of the case.
Yeah.
Lining the hole up. Okay, you got an open hole after it's bored. Okay. Now before, the old bushings
You'd have to drill a hole in it.
didn't have a hole.
And you'd have to,
Had to be drilled.
then you'd have to have a problem with the
Now,
starter sticking.
We've got them already drilled with an oblong hole, so it's not that critical to line it up. Be sure not to miss the hole. And as you'll notice, the top of it's tapered to fit the case. Always put the taper to the contour of the case. What we're showing here is how easy the pin glides through the hole now that the holes are already cut in the side of the bushing, that you're not having to drill and it burrs the hole up, causes the pin to stick.
The valve we're going to be doing is the oversized TCC control valve kit, which takes an oversized reamer to ream the hole out. And what we're going to do is we're fixing to do that and show you how to do it.
Okay, keep on going.
So you're going to cut it like that, and you're going to pull that out. Do not turn this when you pull it out. Pull it straight out. Okay. You're going to take the valve. Best to take a screwdriver of some type. Go up in the hole. You're going to load the valve in the hole. Then you're going to get the... It'll come with two different springs in the kit. Depends on if you're working on a 5R55N or a 5R55W. Let's take this off. Get the spring down in the hole. You're going to take your end plug. It doesn't matter which way it goes because both sides are the same. You're going to get the valve body stood straight up like that. Take your end plug. Then load it down into the groove. See what's floating right there? And then put your little clip in. Voila.
The other side.
The other side of the valve body, you're going to install the TCC modulator valve and sleeve. It'll be a different reamer. Each reamer will be tell you where each hole goes for the reamer. You're going to take the reamer, being that we've already reamed this valve body out, and already it's not going to make any metal at this time, but we've already reamed it out. You're going to ream the hole all the way out. Then you're going to install this valve right here. Now remember, there's two different springs in this valve also, depending on which application that you're using it for. It'll tell you an instruction sheet for a 5R55W, a white spring, or a plain spring for a 5R55N. Once you do that, get your proper spring, you're going to load that in there. And I personally like to use the oversized sleeve here for the TCC modulator sleeve and plunger assemblies. This gives you a nice TCC engagement. Feels really good. On this particular valve body, we're going to be using the white spring because it's going on a 5R55W. You're going to take the valve, you're going to install it. Our spring kind of twisted on us. There it goes.
You hear it click.
Then we're going to put our plunger in. And there, the spring bounced out.
I'm in a little trouble. What happened on this one? The spring stood up. So we're going to back up and do it again.
What we're going to do this time, we're going to get a little trans gel to hold our spring in our valve. Like so. That way we won't have to worry about it turning. We're going to install the valve in the hole. We're going to install our plunger. And then we're going to install our clip. Let me find my clip. We're going to install our clip. Make sure it's in position. And that's all we got to do. And we'll always look down inside the hole here and make sure you can see that little opening right there at the end. Make sure you know where the valve is going to work. So, on the opposite side,
You're talking about on the end right there.
yes, sir. Right there. I always like to make sure it's not seated all the way against the valve body, where you still have an opening. The opposite side of the valve body, where we already loaded our valve in, we're going to put our thermal valve back in. Now, ATRA likes to, you suggest that you put the spring on the outside, so you here like that, so you have full-time lube. You're going to keep the valve stroked, so you have full-time lube even when it's cold for the Planet. If you look in the seminar book, you'll find this information. Then you install your clip and you'll be good to go.